Hi, Noelle. My name is Karen Mobilia. I'm a volunteer for the Organic Grower School Harvest Conference, which is taking place this September 6th and 7th, as you know, because you're one of the 4 fabulous teachers they have coming out to talk about their thing. And your thing is do-it-yourself herbal medicine making. It's fabulous. Before we get into this, let me just mention that you are from Athens, Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
You are the manager of the UGA Garden. Go ahead and tell me a little bit about that.
I manage the U Garden Herbs program. So that is a kind of small portion or a part of U Garden, which is a student teaching farm at the University of Georgia. So our main mission is to teach students how to grow food sustainably. And so we actually grow a lot of different kinds of produce. We grow fruits, different kinds of mushrooms. We do vermicomposting. And then I'm in charge of our medicinal herb program, where we grow over 40 different medicinal herbs, and then we dry them and put them into a variety of herbal products like tea blends, salves, soaps, and things like that.
That's awesome. You started out as a volunteer first before you became the manager. Is that correct? And
I did.
Did you kind of create that program for that department, or did it exist already?
It existed already. There was a master gardener volunteer. Her name was Maisie Lou, and she started the herb portion of U Garden in 2012, I think. And she worked with it for several years. And it started off as a demonstration garden. And so we wanted to see what herbs would grow well in our climate. And so it was a small demonstration garden, and people really loved it. And so over time, it grew. And when I started managing it a little over 2 years ago, that's when we really wanted to make it a business. And so that's when we scaled up and put in a lot of systems and continue to increase our production so we could have it be kind of an herbal products business that was student run and gave opportunities to students to learn about entrepreneurship in agriculture, as well as learning about medicinal herbs and how to grow the plants.
So you're going to be teaching 2 classes. The first one on Friday, the 7th, is going to be tinctures, teas, and oils for your home medicine cabinet. Mm-hmm. And then on Saturday, you're going to be teaching cooking with herbs. So you're going to be talking about some of the topical applications or the health benefits and remedies, and how to cook and get flavor. So can you tell us a little bit about each of these classes?
Yeah, I'm really excited that I get to teach 2 different sides of working with the herbs, and one of them is making them into medicines that we can use in kind of targeted applications to improve our health. And I also love that I get to talk about using herbs in cooking, because those are kind of ways that we can use the herbs as a general tonic and, kind of to improve our health through just incorporating a lot of diversity into our diet. And so I love that we kind of can look at it from both perspectives, and herbs are really wonderful in both ways, as a general addition to a healthy lifestyle and as a way to kind of promote health and prevent disease, So I am really excited also about how those 2 different topics are going to really help us learn how to incorporate them into our lifestyle in a sustainable and easy to implement way. So what I really love, especially with working with the herbs as a farmer, is how I can learn about them by experiencing them. And so much of our knowledge of the plants and so much of our relationship with the plants comes from experimenting with it in different ways and trying it out and working with different recipes, working it with different preparations. And so what I love about being able to teach these 2 classes, especially right next to each other, is giving people the ability to work with the plants in a lot of different forms. And I think that also is really helpful to help them understand how they appreciate and enjoy and benefit from the plants themselves. So some people are really into tinctures. Some people are really into teas. Some people, people different kind of are drawn to different methods of preparation. My personal favorite is to drink medicinal teas and to use herbs in cooking and in food. And so I love that I can, provide that opportunity for people, and then they will feel equipped to experiment themselves in their kitchens, in their homes with what they're preparing for their meals. And it really helps them build those relationships with the plants, and it helps them know kind of what plants they're drawn to, because until you experience it in many different ways, you really don't have a strong relationship with that plant. So I love that I can kind of teach people different methods of experimentation, and then they can kind of run wild with it. So it's kind of giving people the foundation to then be able to feel confident in experimenting themselves.
That's great. Which herbs do you think we'll be working with, or which ones did you plan to work with?
In the herbs and cooking day, I do have access to a lot of awesome fresh plant material. So I plan on bringing a lot of different herbs to experiment with. I definitely want to work with lemon balm and peppermint and holy basil and hibiscus. I'm trying to think of what we have on the website, but I definitely want to bring fresh material of those herbs. And I know we're also going to be working with calendula, and we're going to be working with roses and some fresh culinary herbs like thyme and rosemary. Those are some off the top of my head. I plan on bringing a lot of different herbs so we can try many different ones. And, also looking at how different preparations can kind of pull out different properties from the same herb, depending on how you want to use it. So we're going to talk about calendula in the DIY medicine making day, that when you use it as a tea versus a tincture versus a salve or an infused oil, all of it kind of has different uses and can be medicine for you depending on what you need. And, so we're going to talk about that using calendula as kind of not a host plant, but a example plant, how different preparations can also give you different medicine from the same plant. So I'm hoping that this, will give people a good foundation that empowers them to be able to experiment themselves.
Well, I hope everybody gets a chance to take both your classes. I'll be taking your Saturday class because I work on Friday, the 6th, but I am looking forward to finding out how to use those herbs in the kitchen. Mm-hmm. And then when I do start growing, because as I mentioned earlier, I bought a house and I have a whole backyard that I want to grow.
Amazing.
That will give me the experience to decide which ones I'm going to start growing back there.
Because
I immediately put it on the plate. That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to meet you.
Thank you.
You do live in Georgia, and you are going to be teaching here in a mountainous region. Mm-hmm. And of course, the students that come to these conferences come from all over, but can you give us an idea of the difference between your space and your growing space there and the growing space here?
I think it is very similar. I was talking to someone who's kind of in the North Carolina mountains, and he was saying he likes following my Instagram because usually something that we're harvesting helps him know what he's going to be harvesting in about 2 weeks. So I think a lot of similar things will be growing, but there might just be a couple of week difference in terms of what comes in season when.
And if people wanted to find you, if they want to find you after the class or they weren't able to take your class, how could they find you?
So if they wanted to learn about the program that I'm running, they can go to ugardenherbs.com. So they can find a lot of information about our program and read my bio and all of that. But if they want kind of daily updates about what's going on and what I'm learning about, I'm very active on Instagram. So my Instagram handle is @enjoyfuller. Yeah, I was going to say @gmail.com. It's like, no, that's not an email address. So. But that's my Instagram handle is @enjoyfuller, and I am on Instagram a lot and talking about herbs and kind of, how people can make stuff at home and different things like that.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, I really want to thank you for taking time out of your day to do this video podcast. And I really look forward to meeting you. So it's just about really a month away, because today's August 6th, so it's really just a month away. I'm very much looking forward to meeting you.
Well, thank you so much for this opportunity, and I'm so excited to come and teach. Teaching is definitely one of the things I'm most passionate about. I really love being able to give people information that helps them kind of start their journey or gives them information on their journey of learning about herbal medicine and empowering them with tools to positively impact their health. So I'm really excited to teach.
I'm looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to seeing you on Instagram and on the website.
Perfect. Thank you.
Take care.
You too.